Hello everyone, good morning. This is Saharsh Damani, CEO FADA, and on behalf of all of us, we welcome you to this extremely interesting and important, and also I must say a unique webinar session which we are doing today with Lloyd on their product Lots. Now, what is Lots? Lots is lawyers on the spot. And today for this session, we have our Vice President, Mr. C.S. Vigneshwar with us. Along with him, we have our partners from Lloyd, Mr. Himanshu Gupta, CEO and founder, and Mr. Gautam Saraf, who is the Managing Partner and Chief Growth Officer at Lloyd. Before we begin today's presentation, may I request Mr. Vigneshwar to kindly share his opening remarks on his thoughts on what is Lots, how does he think will benefit dealers and ultimately the customers. And therefore, I welcome him to share his comments. Over to you, Brusan.
Hi, friends. Thanks so much for joining in today. As ever, FADA, we try adding value to our members. And one of the great products which we saw of recent is this beautiful product called Lots from Lloyd. We had multiple discussions with them to understand what it is about. And then by the time, even during our first meeting, we realized there's huge value for us. There's value for the dealership. When we operate our demo cars, when we operate our own cars, which we have given to our officers, they also go through a lot of challaning and a lot of hassles from certain government agencies. This also came up as a great vertical in terms of profitability vertical for dealerships, because we can sell this as a package to our customers, whether it being a single vehicle owner, whether it being a fleet owner. Each of them stand to benefit from it, because for them, uptime is very important, especially for commercial vehicles. The vehicles have to run. If the vehicles don't run, they don't earn anything. A lot of times when RTO seizures happen or some challaning happens with the police, it could get the goods could get delayed by a few hours, and a few hours probably is what defines customer service. At the end of the day, the customer doesn't care why his or her truck got delayed or their consignment got delayed. So all these things really go on to help. Lloyd also has a great network throughout India of lawyers. So it's pretty much hassle-free, end-to-end kind of processing of any issues which happen. We pretty much need to give them a call, and they take over and they make sure that even false challaning. For example, there are instances where the challan happens in the east of India and the truck is still in the east of India. It's probably running the south of India. Lloyd is able to take this data, go and convince authorities and make sure these fees go away. The challan fines go away. So there are a lot of things which happen, which can happen with this product. Not only safeguarding our own interests at that dealerships, but also making sure this becomes a revenue source and selling this to the customer. So that's all from me. Really looking forward to hear from Lots. Himanshu, I think, would be a great source of telling us what it is all about. Thank you, the Lloyd team. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for being with us. And thanks for helping our members out.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. So, members, before we give it to Mr. Gupta and Mr. Saraf, we have received few questions from you while you were registering for this webinar. You already shared it with the team, and during their course of presentation, they'll be taking it up. Apart from that, if you have any other questions, you can put it in the Q&A box and not in the chat box, so that whatever questions keep coming there, they'll be answering it during their presentation. So now over to you, Himanshu ji and Gautam ji. The floor is all yours.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. And thank you so much for a very warm welcome by FADA team. And all the participants, thank you so much for taking out time on early Saturday morning. And I'm sure we will try our best to make sure that the time that you invest here will actually reap rewards in times to come. So I'm Himanshu Gupta. I'm the founder and CEO of Lloyd. And along with me, I have Gautam Saraf, who's the managing partner. And I have also my founding team members, Mahendra Singh, joining this webinar. So Before we start talking about what our product is, for which the precursor has already been shared by the FADA members, I wanted to take a pause before that and talk about that every Indian dreams of buying a vehicle, whether it is a two-wheeler or a four-wheeler or a three-wheeler for their personal self or maybe for their businesses, right? They dream of buying a car. So no more it is roti, kapda or makan. There is a car also or a vehicle also in between. So, and thank you so much for helping all of us to fulfill these dreams, because whenever we want to buy a vehicle, we reach out to you, respected dealers, anywhere in the country. So, however, whenever anybody who buys this vehicle takes it on the road, it hurts when it gets stopped. So, number one reason for stoppage of vehicle could be the technical breakdown, for which the roadside assistance has already solved it for many years now, and thankfully, dealerships like yours has extended that product to every single vehicle owner now. However, the second biggest reason for the stoppages of vehicles on the road is legal breakdown. What do we mean by legal breakdown? How old is this problem? Legal breakdown relates to all those unlawful challans or penalties that happens on the road by the officials or the authorities. Or it could be unlawful detention of the vehicles, whether it is a commercial vehicle or a private vehicle, and all the challenges related to the need of legal intervention at that time. That legal intervention is not just limited to filing an FIR or a bail application. It could be even severe when the vehicle or the goods get stolen, and the ordeal of the vehicle owner to resolve those matters by themselves at anywhere in the country or at any given time of the day or night. It's a big hassle which has not yet been solved by anybody in the country. You will be surprised to know that because of these on-road legal issues, the industry loses almost $35 billion annually. That's a huge potential. And who bears this loss? It's all your customers. And of course, to a certain extent, you also, because you also have your vehicles which are plying on the road. So it's a loss of time, it's loss of money, and a loss of reputation as well. So is there any solution which gives an end to all these problems pan India? Yes, it is called LOTS, Lawyer on the Spot. It is India's first on-road legal assistance solution. How does this provide an end to this solution? Number one, we have a 24/7 on-call resolution team of expert lawyers speaking in about 7 languages, who are immediately readily available through a national helpline number, resolving all these kind of small issues. I'm saying small issues because these are those solutions, these are those issues which we resolve in less than 2 to 4 hours. These issues could be related to any unlawful attempt of imposing penalty by the officials, right? Or these could be situations where you are being harassed by any authority in the remote location on the pretext of seizing the opportunity. Yeah. So in those situations, our team immediately speak with the official on your behalf and resolve it there and then. And we are very happy to share that at the level 1 itself, we have been able to resolve almost 85% of the matters. These are those matters which otherwise would have caused severe heartburn to your customers. Now, let's look at those situations which are slightly complex. It may be the situations where an accident has happened in the remote location, or maybe a road rage, or maybe theft of goods. Now, in those situations, your customer or the vehicle owner or the fleet owner needs immediate help. If the matter gets escalated in those situations, it is going to get into a longer detention of the vehicles. That's where our level 2 kicks in, where we immediately field a local lawyer within 2 working hours, anywhere in the country. And how are we able to do this? Through our robust network of 70,000 plus lawyers, covering almost every 50 kilometers of the national highway. Our lawyer reaches on the spot and works with us to solve the matter of our customer dealing with the authorities and doing all the legal tasks that are needed in that particular situation, whether it is bail, FIR, or any other settlement matters. And I'm sure you will agree with me when a local representation or local help comes in the same very pin code, speaking the same very local languages, dealing with the local authorities, the matter which otherwise would have taken about 8 to 10 days are solved within few hours itself. And we have several success stories for that. So while these two, level 1 and level 2, resolve largely all those incidents where the physically vehicle has been stopped, after we launched this product in 2021, we realized e-challans are causing a lot of misery for our customers. As in the opening remark, we got to know, and we also feel that there has been situations where because of these camera issues, the challan comes in even though your vehicle was not there. It happens left, right, and center in the country. And even if the challan is legitimate, you want to contest it in the court. That's what we call it as feature is something that we added into the overall offering of LOTS, which is end-to-end challan settlement. Anywhere in the country, irrespective of your challan, which is in your city or on the highways or at any remote locations, as it reaches the courts through our network, we are able to get it resolved, and by contesting in the court, whether it is through Lok Adalat or through normal representation. And trust you me, our customers have also gotten relief to the tune of 75 to 80% in situations where either it was unlawful or lawful. So that's the benefit that our customer gets. So it is LOTS in true sense puts an end to the entire misery of on-road legal challenges. It is as if a virtual lawyer is sitting right next to you in your vehicle and does not let the owner of the vehicle or the driver of the vehicle face any unlawful situations. To talk about the product, a very brief glimpse. We started off with an IVR, which is a national helpline number. The number is mentioned in our brochure. It is 9988441033. Standard helpline number, because the easiest way for anyone to reach to us with network or without network is a phone call. Then we added layers of technology into it. Intelligent dashboard we created for our B2B customers, which are transporters, commercial vehicle owners having one or multiple fleets. And we also then rolled out mobile applications, both in Android and iPhone, for our private vehicle owners or single truck owners or single taxi owners to use and report, not just to report the matter, but also they are able to see all their challans with a single click, which otherwise is very difficult for them to manage by logging into several platforms. Before I go ahead, I would like to draw your attention on a couple of videos that will explain the problem statement and the solution that it has. Kindly bear with me. Is my screen visible, Gautam?
Yes, it is.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
सरप्राइज बेटा।
अरे वाह पापा, नई कार। अब तो वीकेंड ट्रिप्स और भी मजेदार होंगे।
बिल्कुल, पर ये ऑन रोड लीगल प्रॉब्लम्स ना बड़ा टेंशन देते हैं। कभी रेड लाइट जंप, तो कभी जेब्रा क्रॉसिंग, कभी ओवर स्पीडिंग या कभी नो पार्किंग या किसी और कारण से हर रोज कहीं भी रोक लेते हैं और फिर जबरदस्ती के चालान या पेनल्टी का झमेला। इनका क्या करें?
पापा, क्या आपने गाड़ी के साथ लॉट्स का सब्सक्रिप्शन नहीं लिया?
लॉट्स? ये क्या है?
पापा, लॉट्स है रोड पर आने वाले हर लीगल इशू का रामबाण। ये इंडिया का पहला 24/7 ऑन रोड लीगल असिस्टेंस प्लेटफॉर्म है। चाहे चालान हो या एक्सीडेंट या हो पार्किंग का इशू, पुलिस स्टेशन का पंगा हो या हो कोर्ट की टेंशन, ये है हमारे सारे ऑन रोड लीगल प्रॉब्लम्स का समाधान।
अरे वाह, ये तो सही है, पर आजकल ये ई चालान की बहुत टेंशन है, बड़ा झमेला खड़ा कर देते हैं। उसका क्या करें? एक गलत चालान के चक्कर में ना जाने कहां कहां घूमना पड़ता है, ऊपर से पूरे महीने का बजट हिल जाता है।
पापा, एक बार अपनी कार लॉट्स पर रजिस्टर कर लो, फिर ये आपके सभी ई चालान के बारे में आपको पूरी जानकारी देते रहेंगे। और हाँ, आपको कहीं नहीं जाना है। इनके पास है 70,000 से भी ज्यादा लीगल एक्सपर्ट, वो भी 98% भारत में, जो आपकी ई चालान जैसी किसी भी प्रॉब्लम को कानूनी तरीके से रिजॉल्व कर देते हैं। नई हो या पुरानी कार, लॉट्स की सब्सक्रिप्शन से सारी मुसीबतें दूर।
ये लॉट्स है सफर का सच्चा साथी, परिवार की मुस्कुराहट बनी रहे और गाड़ी चलती रहे। लॉट्स अपनाओ, रोड की टेंशन घटाओ। आज ही सब्सक्राइब करने के लिए कॉल करो 9988441033 पे। भाई नया ट्रक ले लिया? वाह वाह।
धन्यवाद भाई। पर सुनो, ये ऑन रोड लीगल प्रॉब्लम्स का क्या करें? एक दिन चालान, दूसरे दिन पेनल्टी, कभी ड्राइवर को पकड़ लेते हैं और कभी ट्रक। बिजनेस में बड़ा नुकसान होता है।
ये तो आज हर ट्रांसपोर्टर की समस्या है। इसीलिए मैं तो अपने नए और पुराने सारे ट्रक्स के लिए लॉट्स इस्तेमाल करता हूँ।
लॉट्स? ये क्या है?
ये है रोड पर आने वाले इश्यूज का रामबान। लॉट्स पावर्ड बाय लॉयर्ड इंडिया का पहला 24/7 ऑन रोड लीगल सपोर्ट सिस्टम है। फिर चाहे चालान हो या एक्सीडेंट, ट्रकों से माल की चोरी, पुलिस स्टेशन का पंगा हो या कोर्ट की टेंशन, ये है हमारे लीगल प्रॉब्लम्स का समाधान। जब भी मेरे ट्रक्स को कोई लीगल इशू होता है, लॉर्ड्स आ जाता है उनकी मदद करने। मेरे लिए तो लॉर्ड्स मेरे बिजनेस साथी जैसा है। मानो अब हर ट्रक के साथ मैं एक वकील बिठा के भेज देता हूँ।
पर भाई, कभी कभी हमें रिमोट लोकेशंस में भी ऑन रोड लीगल सपोर्ट की जरूरत होती है। लॉट्स वहां भी काम करता है क्या?
बिल्कुल भाई, लॉर्ड्स के पास है 70,000 से ज्यादा लीगल एक्सपर्ट्स जो 2 घंटे में किसी भी जगह पहुंचकर हमारे लीगल मसले को सॉल्व कर देते हैं। ये आज 98% भारत को कवर करते हैं।
ये तो सच में कमाल है। आपने लॉट्स के बारे में बता के तो मेरे नए ट्रक लेने की खुशियां बढ़ा दी। मैं भी शोरूम से ही लॉट्स लेता हुआ जाता हूँ। धन्यवाद।
लॉट्स अपनाओ, रोड की टेंशन घटाओ। आज
Thank you so much. We created this video specifically for our event, and we are happy to share that we've got good responses from the places where we have already rolled out. Talking about the timeline and traction, taking you back to how the journey of Lots has been very briefly. The product which was launched for the logistics sector way back in 2021 in close partnership with ITWA, which happens to be All India Transporter Welfare Association, which is the apex transport body. They helped us introduce this particular product to the transporters and truckers in the country, and through which the expansion started happening. But as we ventured into the logistics sector, we were pleasantly surprised that this particular problem was not just limited to the logistics sector. Even the cabs industry or the cabs market, as well as the private vehicle market, especially for the end-to-end Challan Resolution, they really needed the solution. And eventually in 2023, we ventured into private vehicle market as well as cab market as well. Then in September 2023 was the time when we got the blessings from FADA, and the president of FADA and the CEO of FADA blessed us, and the entire management team really welcomed us with the open arms, understanding the entire rationale behind this particular product. And it was their vision how this particular product can be a meaningful, what you call it as, not just source of income for all the dealers, but also a very strong value for your customers. And then in September 2023, we were able to collaborate and launch the product in Delhi. So far, we have already onboarded roughly around 350,000 vehicles, including commercial vehicles as well as private vehicles, solved over 1.5 lakhs incidents with almost 100,000, that is almost a lakh odd challans we have resolved. And this number is increasing month on month as more and more customers are giving us access to their challans. So talking about the numbers in terms of the money that we have saved, it has crossed almost 50 crores, and there is no limit to the number of days that we have added to their business because of preventing it from getting into detention. Glimpse of our partnership with FADA and the launch event last year. Talking about the journey thereafter, we've been really glad that the partnership that we did in September last year we started working on closely with the FADA team so that we can launch it state by state. In February, March, we did the launch in Chhattisgarh, in Raipur, for the entire Chhattisgarh dealers. That was a physical event, and that was the time when we did the first execution. We started our first execution of reach out to the dealers. And since then, we have onboarded almost 16 dealers, almost 35 dealer outlets, onboarded about almost 50-50 commercial and private vehicle dealers. And some of the OEMs logos are on the right, who have the dealerships who have gladly launched our product, and it is being sold along with their new vehicles as well as the vehicles which are coming for servicing in workshops. After Chhattisgarh, we did a soft launch in FADA's Vyapar event in Delhi. Then it was a soft launch in Mumbai in one of the event by FADA. However, another big launch that was done very recently, about a week ago, on 6th of July, was in Bhopal for the Madhya Pradesh dealers. We got a very warm welcome from the dealers there, and we did a formal event to launch it there. Now the team is closely working with the dealerships in Madhya Pradesh to extend this solution to them. And the coverage that we got in all of these events, especially in the recently where it got covered in the local FM as well, has been really interesting and astounding. Talking about the plans ahead, of course, as we are holding this session at the national level, we would be very happy to talk to the state chapters and do the similar executions in the respective states as well. This slide is just to, we created just to share that the product has already gotten strong acceptance in the market, especially in the commercial vehicle sector, where big transporters or big logistic companies, even if it is CJ Darcel or All Cargo, or even the international fleets like Transsystems, which is a Mitsui JV, that they have gladly accepted our product, and we are serving them year on year. In cabs, we are with the Cab Bazaar, and of course, Uber's fleet provider, Everest Fleet, is our strong customer. And in private vehicles, we are serving consumers through Park Plus, ALD Car Leasing, Car Info, and many other players as well. And conversation, of course, is already on through the FADA dealers across the country, extending our product to the private vehicle owners also. Key members, it's not just the industry veterans, but also retired judges and ex-IAS officers who have accepted to become our advisors and mentors. And we are, of course, really blessed to have FADA senior management as part of our advisory as well. Before I move forward, I would like to specifically now shift gears and talk about the pricing, how the solution is accessible to the customers, and what specific deal or what specific business model we have with our dealer partners. So talking about the pricing, again, this pricing was done after doing a brainstorming with the FADA team. We only had standard retail pricing prior to our partnership with FADA, but it's just that when we worked with FADA, we thought of creating more packages to generate with more of features that can be extended to your customers. So just to give you a glimpse of the subscription solutions, there are 3 models for trucks and 3 models for car owners also, which are 1 year, and 2 are 1 year solutions, pricing models, and 1 is for the lifetime. So the features amongst these varies. Price starting from $999, going to $5,999, and eventually to $11,999, where we are offering on-call assistance, unlimited. Legal representation charges are on actuals for the first secure plan. For Advantage and Elite, of course, we have tried to build in the lawyer visitation charges included 1 and 4 times in the 2 packages. Talking about trucks, the Challan Resolution fee or the service fee for resolving challans is over and above the subscription. In the secure plan, we charge 999 rupees per challan. and in Advantage and Elite, we have made some changes there. So this solution or this pricing is specifically for the trucks. Similarly, looking at the pricing for car, we have again 3 plans starting from 1,999, 5,999, and 11,999 being the lifetime pricing. Again, here we have given specific offers. You may be wondering, why are we keeping private vehicle as 1,999 the base plan, and for trucks it is 999. That's because in trucks the Challan resolution fee is not included in any of the in the base plan. Here in the base plan we are including at least 6 Challan resolution fees in the base plan itself, and then it eventually changes in Advantage and Elite plan. Very happy to share that prior to our MP launch, where there was a strong demand for creating a package or creating a product for the two-wheelers also, we have formally launched it during our Bhopal launch on 6th of July. The solution for two-wheelers, we have created one package only, which is for 600 rupees, which is the base plan itself. Yes, we would like to talk about what is in it for the dealers. Of course, as we have spoken about, there are new revenue streams where whenever the vehicle is sold, or the along with that, if the lot subscription is bundled or it is sold in addition, there will be revenue sharing that we do with every single dealer partner. There is a strong customer value enhancement. We have already seen glimpses of benefits from the customers who have already onboarded through our dealerships. It improves customer relations. We are working in some of the dealerships in Chhattisgarh, where whenever a vehicle comes in for servicing in workshop, they're also getting alerts of their challans on the field, and then challans on the road, and then through the dealerships we are giving them access to getting the resolution, and it creates definitely a differentiation in the market. So what possibly you all dealers did approximately 2 decades ago, when roadside assistance had just been launched, was introduced in the market. That's the tipping point now, when on-road legal assistance is taking up the market, and there is no best place for us to go than FADA and its members. Yes, after again a lot of negotiations, with FADA management team, before we had an exclusive partnership, we have come up with this number as 40%. This 40% number is, we were talking about, this is the revenue sharing that we are going to do for the subscriptions sold at every single dealerships pan India. So there were a lot of, just to give you a background, we were working on various numbers, how to extend the benefit. Should we give 20%, 25%, 10% for the POC, agents, the agents that your dealership is going to deploy, who are going to sell this solution along with the vehicle. So we came up with the holistic number as 40% is something that we give to the dealers, so that they can themselves decide who all POC agents get what percentage. So that's the number we are sharing across to all of you, flat 40% across all the products that are being sold. Before I talk,
just pitch in for a moment here. I would just like to also mention to all our members who are watching this webinar, the way we sell our insurance products, the way we sell finance products to our customers. And we see that in most of the cases, the commissions are being given directly by the bankers or the insurance companies to the employees of the dealership, which is a big pain point again for all dealer members. In the case of lots, whatever subscription has been sold, the commission will go only in the hands of the dealer owner or the dealership, and will not go in the hand of the employees. And then the dealer owner or the dealership can then decide amongst themselves what they would want to keep with them or pass on to their employees. So this is again an advantage, and what we have discussed with lots, that every commission should go only to the dealership or the dealer owner for every subscription which has been sold. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, very valid point, sir. That was the premise of creating a single number, so that the dealership owner is the one who decides who gets what amongst their employees. And and the partner panel that we have created also helps you identify which of your POC, a sales agent has done how much sales of lots. So before we go ahead and talk about way forward, how we have done in various locations, we would like to take a pause. I would ask Gautam to add if I have missed out on anything, and then let's open for Q&A before we talk about the partner panel.
Hi, good morning, everyone. See, basically, these conversations are so engrossing that whenever we've gone to any dealership or every time we've had a meeting at FADA, every time new things come up, and it's very overwhelming that we add so much of value. One thing I would like to just mention over here, taking things on a little lighter note. When we were discussing, when Himanshu was running you through this product, and initially जब सहर्ष जी और विघ्नेश जी ने बताया, तो कहीं ना कहीं हम लोग हमारे खुद को एक कस्टमर की दृष्टि से देख रहे थे. आपकी खुद की व्हीकल्स हैं, आपके खुद के ट्रक्स हैं, आप लोगों को ट्रक्स डिलीवर करते हैं. तो इसमें सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट जो पार्ट निकल कर आया कि हम लोग इस प्रोडक्ट से ना रेजोनेट कर पाते. ये प्रोडक्ट हमारे खुद के लिए यूजफुल है, और कहीं ना कहीं हम एक कस्टमर हैं. तो जब हम एज अ कस्टमर अगर इसका बेनिफिट रियलाइज करते हैं, और जब हम हमारे कस्टमर्स को ऑफर करेंगे, तो इट इज गोइंग टू बी होल हार्टेडली वेलकम. द नंबर स्पीक्स वॉल्यूम. 3.5 लाख कस्टमर्स हैं, 3.5 लाख ट्रक्स हैं, 1.5 लाख करीब हम मैटर्स सॉर्ट कर चुके हैं, लाख एक चालान. सो नॉट मच टू ऐड ओवर हियर. यस, वी वुड लव टू हैव सम क्वेश्चंस, बट हम जब इसको खुद एक कस्टमर की दृष्टि से देखते हैं, तो इसकी वैलिडेशन ऑटोमेटिकली हो जाती है, और उसको सेल करने का डिलाइट और enthusiasm एक naturally built in हो जाता है. That's it from me.
So Sarji, we are open for questions, because the next that we would like to talk about is how the partner panel is, and we can do that post Q&A.
So Himanshu ji, if you can see the Q&A box, I think around 10 questions have already popped up.
Okay.
Maybe we can switch off the screen sharing, and everyone can see you full screen.
Okay, just a minute. Yeah, is my screen still visible?
I can stop it. I can stop the screen sharing.
Okay.
Yeah, now it is.
Thank you.
So, see, first question, if I have to read it out, I'll keep on reading it, and then you can decide who would take this question. In the era of e-challans, by the time we reason with cops, they already scan number plates and challans. So by the time we call lots, what if challan is already issued?
Yeah, very, very valid question. So, as I mentioned in my presentation also, this was one of the reasons we started off with the end-to-end challan management. In this whole situation of e-challans, you don't even come to know when the challan has happened, and by the time you realize it has already reached the court. In those situations, you don't need to talk to the officials at all. It is being taken care by lots. So on your behalf, lots contest that, takes up that challan in the court, whether it is through National Lok Adalat or otherwise, and the challan is contested and the relief is passed on back to our customers. So it is even more beneficial in the era of e-challans. And trust you me, because of these e-challan situations, as Mr. Vigneshwarji mentioned in the beginning, we have handled so many incidents where the vehicle was challanned at 2 different states at the same time. So it was challan worth 40,000 baht. So we got the relief to the customer. Ultimately, he had to pay only 2,500 rupees for one challan, which was valid, and the other challan was called off. So that's where the biggest pain point is now increasing for vehicle owners, because now the challan comes in and you don't even know. And by the time you get to know it is in the court. So that's where this solution is getting more and more acceptance from the vehicle owners.
Okay, the second question is, please, could you reconfirm the coverage over India?
We are covering the entire India. As far as our solution is concerned, it covers almost 98% of the PIN codes, practically every nook and corner of the country.
Okay. Competent and professional lawyers who do the follow-up on their own once a case is handed over to them?
Yes. At level 1, which is manned by our own expert lawyers, They are all competent to deal with Motor Vehicle Act and relatable, all the legislations. They talk with the official and handle the matter. In complex matters where somebody needs to be there physically, the local lawyer reaches on the spot, and he's also competent enough.
Whether legal cases are monitored by you on weekly basis?
Those matters which actually eventually reach out to the court, assuming that there's a situation where a bail has to be filed and the truck leaves the police station, but the matter is still being pursued in the court of law. If the customer wants, our team is deployed to handle that matter in the court, and yes, we follow it on weekly basis.
Sheelji, if I can answer this question myself, we'll be sharing this presentation to all the participants over email.
And also, we will be sharing the link for every dealer to register themselves, to showing their intent, and then our team will get in touch with you directly.
40% is revenue sharing or 40% on subscription? Or
I would like to clarify, it is on subscription only. Whatever revenue we are generating through subscription, that's what we are sharing.
Is it applicable for all new vehicles sold, or is it valid for existing vehicles also, specifically trucks in this case? Secondly, is there any bulk discount for fleet of trucks?
So it is valid for all vehicles moving on the road, whether new or old vehicles. There is no differentiation. Secondly, yes, if you're talking about bulk discount, the team needs to discuss with you separately. When I say bulk discount, it could be a fleet owner having about 100 odd trucks. That's where we discuss in terms of what package that particular fleet owner wants to take. And these situations can be dealt on case-to-case basis.
In fact, Vikasji, if I have to add to this, it's a good proposition for any vehicle which has already been sold and comes to your dealership for service. So
Yes.
that when you can even track his history of challans, and you can sell this product to him as a unique offering.
Even I would like to add something over here. In several cases in Calcutta and in several other states, what has happened is that when we have reached out to the dealer, they have an existing customer base. So not only when they're coming for the service, also they have shared those lists with our team, and our team in coordination with their sales team have reached out to their customers who have immediately understood the value, onboarded the customer, and I'm happy to share that the moment a dealer introduces us to one of their existing customers with a fleet of 20 or 200 or 2000, and if we onboard that team of the pre-existing customer, that commission also immediately has been passed on to the concerned dealership. So this is also another beautiful approach of go to the market, because the product is already validated by 350,000 subscriptions, and the existing customers can immediately start enjoying the benefit.
Okay, how to buy Lords membership? As I said, we'll share the presentation. Also, we'll share the contact detail and email ID so that you can get in touch with the Lords team. Next is, what kind of support is there in 24/7 legal assistance helpline?
So here we cover all the instances where the local intervention has stopped your vehicle. So I'm being generic in terms of private or commercial vehicle. Largely the situation where the official is trying to seize the opportunity by putting in all unlawful kind of penalties. I mean, we have several cases where they are putting in situation or trying to convince the customer that he is going to get a huge penalty for an offense he or she has not even committed. Or even if the offense has been committed, they try to flee money from them. So in all those situations, our customers immediately call our 24/7 helpline number, which is national helpline number. Our team speaks with the officials. Even if the penalty is legitimate, we advise our customers to take the challan and get it contested in the court.
Okay, so I've already answered the next question. Can we get PPT and script? We will share it over email, and also since this webinar is recorded, it will be uploaded on our YouTube channel, so you can watch it n number of times. The next question is the subscription linked with chassis number? Especially in case of lifetime subscription, what if I sell my car? What happens to the lifetime subscription?
So it is linked with the RC number, and the lifetime number that we have kept is primarily for the 5 years. when the vehicle gets sold, if the number is still the same, generally the subscription continues, unless the new owner re-registers it with the new number. But we don't link it with chassis number.
Okay. So whenever we buy used two-wheelers, there are some traffic challans on vehicle ranging from 500 to 3,000 rupees. What service can you offer for these cases, especially for dealers? Some of these challans are also maybe in court.
Fantastic, Pratik. So, in fact, Sarsh, I'm sure you would know that when we did a soft launch in Delhi, we got connected with a couple of dealer partners who are doing extensively used vehicle buying, largely four-wheeler and two-wheeler also. At that time, the proposition came up very well, and we gladly and proudly say that we already have solution for this. We are working with many used car dealers in the country, and renowned one, whereby we are providing this solution to them, where whenever they are buying a used vehicle, two-wheeler or four-wheeler, we have there's a specific business model around that. It cannot be an individual business model. Based upon the number of challans, we create a deal and solve it for them anywhere in the country. To short answer, yes, we do it. In terms of the commercial model or business model around it, of course, we'll have to discuss separately with you depending upon how deep is your need.
How does a dealership tie up with lots?
Yeah, so we once we are done with the Q&A, I have one single slide which I'll like to show to you. It's very simple. We'll send you a link. You show your intent. Then our team reaches out to you. You fill the onboarding form, and then our team reaches out to your locations to roll it out to your dealerships.
Do the customer need to pay the amount of challan separately? What is the limit of the same?
See, there is no limit to the challan amount because there is no limit of the challan penalty amount imposed by the government. Yes, the penalty amount is paid over and above the subscription amount because that does not go to us. For example, if there is a vehicle which has got a challan of 10,000 bucks, we take their 10,000 rupees in our account, in our safe custody. It gets contested in the court, assuming it gets settled is only 1,500 rupees. 1,500 rupees is paid to the court authorities on behalf of our customers. Remaining 8,500 rupees goes back to the customer through the same channel. And we have been doing it for almost 2.5 years now, as far as challan management is concerned.
Okay, so this has already been answered in it, but you can once again answer, is it applicable for passenger taxis also?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. We are serving Uber's largest fleet provider, Everest Fleet.
We can have meeting at our dealership. Okay, that is done. Is subscription inclusive of GST and can customer get the bills for the same?
Yes, it is.
Will lots help in case of vehicle theft?
Yes, we do. In situation, although lots is solution provided on the spot when the incident happens on the road. But in situation where the vehicle has been stolen, of course, in terms of all the legalities involved, whether it is whether the customer is facing difficulty in filing an FIR, of course, we help in those situations as well.
So I think this is the last question which has come up. What if there is challan before the subscription of lots? Will you cater them or only after subscription is active?
There is no limit to it. In fact, our conversation with large fleet owners starts when we show them the challan insights that they already have. So it doesn't matter. Of course, it will depend upon the subscription plan that they have taken. The challan amount or the penalty amount, service fee needs to be paid or is inclusive of part of the subscription will depend in terms of that package that they have taken. But yes, we do solve the challans that are pre-existing.
Okay, so that was the last question. If there are no more questions coming in, we can move ahead. Or
Sarji, do you want me to take up the questions which were sent earlier?
Yeah, you can take those also.
Okay, so I will read the question for sake of clarity. Somebody has asked that, is this similar to insurance policy? And in case of accident, will the entire legal expense be covered under the same? So I would like to clarify, it is not an insurance policy. no insurance policy will ever be able to cover the legal expense in the current scheme of things or law in the country. It provides on-road legal assistance, whereby we manage all the entire incidents end to end. However, the best part of taking lot subscription is, number one, as I mentioned, 80 to 85% matter don't even reach to court. So they are solved at the level 1 itself. And even in the situation where there is a need for hiring local lawyer is, in all those situations, the prices of the lawyers have also been standardized pan India. For example, the price of bail application to be filed in Javatmal may be, say, 3,000 rupees, and price of the same work in, say, Guntur or maybe Hyderabad will be slightly high, and in Delhi NCR it will be even more higher. But that standardization has already happened at the lawyered level, so that the customer does not have to break his head when the incident comes up. Next question was, is it related to the aging of the vehicle? No, it does not matter to us whether the vehicle is new or 10 years old. Then next question was, subscription price of lots to be standardized through all channels. Yes, we have done that. Prior to partnership with FADA, we only had the standard plans. Now we have the new plans rolled out specifically for FADA dealers. Then I think there was one question somebody asked, pollution certificate is not getting renewed without paying outstanding road violation challan. That's correct. In many states in India, they have implemented a system where outstanding road violation challan must be cleared before a PUC is renewed. And while we are discussing about PUC, there have been proposals by state government for doing the same at the time of renewal of insurance also. That has not yet been approved. So trust you me, when it comes, it will hit hard all the vehicle owners. So that's important for all of us to educate and make our customers aware and extend this solution to them so that they don't have to feel the pain when it hits. Another question was, just like we have consumer court for customer grievances, how a dealer safeguard itself if the customer or company is creating trouble in each illegal sense. Not very clear in terms of what kind of trouble are we talking about. If it is related to on-road legal challenges, it will be taken care by the lots helpline, and we have our own internal escalation mechanism. I think more or less we have answered all of them.
There are 3 questions which have again come up on the Q&A in the Q&A box. You can just take it up quickly. Can you explain in detail how dealership will earn through lots? I think it's very simple. Whatever subscription plan you sell, of that 40% margin comes to you. As simple as that.
Yeah.
Do you have any promotional plans to popularize this product to the masses?
Yes, we have. As far as commercial or logistic market is concerned, we are already spending heavily in the market through reaching various channels, through various transport associations in the country. Almost 25 to 30 leading transport associations, we are already exclusive members with them. That's how the word gets transferred to all the truck owners and logistic players. Talking about private vehicles, yes, we are doing B2C campaigns now heavily. And when we are reaching out to the specific state, for example, Chhattisgarh, we are doing marketing in those respective states as well.
I would like to add one more thing. Over and above the activities that we as a company are doing to promote this product, it is extremely important and necessary for every dealership who comes on board to be very actively participating in this. Initially, we understand that, it is a little time for the product and the dealership to understand the thing, but the dealership themselves have to be extremely proactive in pushing it across through their showrooms, with the standees, reaching out to the database of the customers, their POS guys, to very actively and persuasively convince the new vehicle potential customers, because it has to be a multi-pronged approach. Without that involved approach of a dealership, the activity may take a little longer. So, we need very, very active participation in promoting this product at the dealership and the service center levels.
This last question has come from a legal head. How is selling dealer indemnified against any claims from due to failure to provide timely service?
So, very straightforward answer. Whenever we onboard any specific dealer, we sign a agreement with them in that the entire liability of the service delivery lies on lawyer and not on the dealer.
So I would want to reassure dealers that when we struck this partnership with Lords, we have made sure that it only gives benefits to our dealer members, and there is no pain attached to it. So that it can act as a new line of revenue for them. So we have already discussed this and have taken care of this. So rest assured, in the agreement, you will find it well in place. So these were the questions. I think we can move ahead now, Himanshu ji.
Okay, so I'll take a few more minutes, couple of more minutes for you. Talking about way forward, though we have answered it in a few of the questions. So as the webinar gets completed, we will be sharing WhatsApp messages and email through Search and team, whereby the presentation will be shared with you, whatever I'm presenting right now. And also you will get a link for registering and showing your intent. The participants can, click on that link and register themselves. And in case they know someone who will be really interested who could not attend today's session, please forward it to them also and encourage them to show their intent and register. After this and our discussion with our team, we will send you the MOU, which will indemnify completely all the specific things that we just spoke about. And your partner panel account will be created on our system. Post creation of partner account, we will be deploying our resources to train your sales agent. So that's a very critical thing, because we have experienced whenever the owner or the owner of the dealership shows interest, the agents down under, it's a top to bottom approach that happens whenever, for example, when we did that in Chhattisgarh, Mr. Manish ji himself in his Rala's Motors was attending the session, which made their all senior members and agents show attention to this particular product. So the training is being done. We also repeat the training whenever our dealer partner wants so. And we have created certain SOPs around it also, so that anybody can watch the videos and understand about the product sufficient enough to sell it to the customers. And then activation, once your onboarding is done and your training is done, your partner panel gets activated. With that particular partner panel, you can look at not just all the list of vehicles that have been sold through, which have been sold lot subscription through your dealership, but also how many challans they have received in case there is any incident that your vehicle has faced, and who all POS agents have done the sales. That entire kind of log is visible to you, and we have created all the roles and levels of user IDs. In case the admin or the dealer owner wants a main access given to them, and agents are only able to see their own view. So we have made all those kinds of changes based on the feedback from dealers who were introduced this particular product in Chhattisgarh and now in Bhopal. So the product is very simple, and the payment is also very simple. Anybody, POS agent can quickly enter the details of the vehicle, and at that time ask the owner to pay. In case the dealership wants to bundle this solution along with the price of the car, so that it is easy for any customer to pay and make it seamless, we have those model also. So that's more or less we are done with it. I'll be happy to.
We'll take one last question and one last feedback.
Okay,
the last question is, whenever you renew subscription, would you share the revenue with dealers?
Fantastic question. We were fielded this question in Chhattisgarh also, and the answer is yes.
Again, last suggestion is, because whatever question and answers we have discussed, can we create a short FAQ out of this, so that while we disseminate the presentation, we can also share that FAQ with the members, so that they already know the answers of
these questions. So I'm sorry I could not take the notes, but I think this entire session is getting recorded. Saharji, please share the recording. Our team will draft answers, Q&A from this session, and bundle it along with the presentation when it is being sent to you.
Great. So I think We are now done with the presentation and the last segment. How does the onboarding happen? Any other thoughts, last few comments from you, and then we can conclude.
I think that's it from our side. We are really thankful to FADA for not just blessing us last year, but also holding a hand to help us reach out to every single dealer in the country. As we said then when we met Manishi, and even now when we are talking in this session, and Neshwarji and Sarji and everyone, that for us, for our product, partnership with FADA is like reaching out to the Gangotri. The way the river Ganga flows right from Gangotri, we are reaching out to every single vehicle owner right from the place where it is getting sold, and it's a very, very important thing for us to make this successful, and we'll do everything possible in our might to make sure that it is a win-win situation for both of us. Gautam ji, would like to add anything?
Yeah, just a small thing. Whenever we as dealers or a distributor, we sell something, we should first believe in the product ourselves. So the journey started as the first launch in Chhattisgarh. So as the first step, Manishji got all his individual and all his showroom vehicles also registered on a platform with a paid model. We have received this question from several other dealers, that can we also register our own vehicles belonging to the showroom and our personal? The answer was yes, and they are being onboarded. So it's extremely important to first believe in the product, start using it parallelly along with while we are selling it. So have some confidence and faith in the product, and then you'll be able to sell it better. And I'm sure, as Himanshu says, and in the office also we refer FAD as the Gangotri only. So it has been one of the most ambitious projects for Lloyd at large. And we would really appreciate all the support and believe and faith in us. Thank you so much.
Okay, so with this, on behalf of FADA, we thank you, Himanshu ji and Gautam ji, for taking out time to make our members understand what is Lloyd, what is lots, and how can it benefit the dealers and ultimately the customers in terms of not only generating new, selling a value-add product to a new customer, but also making yourself more trustworthy for your old customers also. So with this, I think we'll now conclude this webinar. Thank you everyone for attending this session on a Saturday morning. Have a great weekend ahead, and in next few hours, as soon as the FAQ is ready, we'll roll out the presentation, the deck, and the FAQ, and also upload it on our YouTube channel, so that if someone has missed it, watching it completely, they can visit the YouTube channel and can watch it again. With this, thank you everyone. Have a great day
Thank you.
ahead. Have a
Bye-bye.
very weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.